So Jamie Lynn Spears has done a good job in the past of showing like a stable relationship between her and her sister.
I'm doing good by my sister.
Right, like that it's not just like a financial thing, it's that they have a sister-to-sister relationship.
Yeah.
However, what we're seeing from Britney is beware of the wolf in sheep's clothing.
So there are a couple of Instagram posts, one of which you just referenced, where the graphic says, "Take me as I am or kiss my bleep, eat bleep, and step on Legos."
Which it really sends a message.
I'm just like...
The Lego part was a little much.
Oh, I felt like it was all...
Could we just let go of the like inspirational quotes that have like jumped off a cliff or whatever euphemism you need to say? Like something is not right with these inspirational quotes. Who says, "Take me as I am" or "kiss my bleep, eat bleep, and step on Legos"? What? I don't... What? Anyway, the caption that goes along with it is what I think you were referring to, where she says, "For those of you who choose to criticize my dancing videos, look, I'm not going to be performing on stage anytime soon with my dad handling what I wear, say, do, or think. No. I've done that for the past 13 years. I'd much rather share videos, yes, from my living room instead of on stage in Vegas, where some people were so far gone they couldn't even shake my hand, and I ended up getting a contact high from weed all the time, which I didn't mind, but it would have been nice to be able to go to the bleeping spa and no, I'm not going to put on heavy makeup and try on stage and not be able to do the real deal with remixes of my songs for years and begging to put out new music in my show for my fans. So I quit. I don't like that my sister showed up in an awards show and performed my songs to remixes. My so-called support system hurt me deeply. This conservatorship killed my dreams. So all I have is hope. And hope is the only thing in this world that is very hard to kill, yet people still try. I didn't like the way documentaries were bringing up humiliating moments from my past. I'm way past all that and have been for a long time. And women who say it's weird the way I still have hope for fairy tales, go bleep yourself." And she goes on. I mean, I could go on.
I mean, she's just saying some stuff.
She is unloosed.
It's like
Unleashed.
It's a cleansing. We are watching a cleansing.
And that came after another post where it's another inspirational picture that says, "Never forget who ignored you when you need them and who helped you before you even had to ask," which is a total shot at her family. And again, this post and that post both belie the obvious, which is she is not pleased with her sister, Jamie Lynn, which we know. And we talked about the fact that Jamie Lynn was trying to have her cake and eat it too. And, was like, "I'm so happy for my sister. I hope all this bleep can just go away if she wants to have kids on Mars and all this stuff."
And I've been supporting her since birth.
5 minutes ago, though, she was trying to take financial control of her sister's estate should anything happen to her in an untimely fashion. So it's so obvious that there is a lot of family drama, and it is currently playing out on Instagram. I mean, the people that are controlling her Instagram account certainly feel like it's okay. Like, lean into this.
To me, that's where the question, like, that's the tension that I want to like examine.
Yeah.
Is for a long time, we've suspected that she wasn't running her own Instagram.
Yep.
We read as much in the Ronan Farrow piece that she was, that her team gets together every Tuesday. I'm making that up. I think it was Tuesday. Who knows? Who cares? They get together and they go over what's going on with her Instagram, with all of her Instagram posts. They edit them accordingly. They're sort of manipulating it. But if that's true, then that means that what we're seeing has already gone through the filter of her team, which doesn't necessarily line up with what we know of the conservatorship.
Yep.
Then at the same time, you wonder, oh, okay, so have they just abandoned that and they're letting her, run her own Instagram? And if so, then these are her complete unvarnished thoughts. Either way, the message we're getting is loud and clear.
I mean, I tend to believe one of two things, and I think it's more likely it's, quote, "it's so obvious," right? Like the most obvious thing. What's the law?
Occam's razor.
It's probably just that these are her words and this is coming out, and whoever is in charge of her Instagram is just like, "Look, I ain't trying to get in the way of anything right now.
Right.
I do not get paid enough. Or there's a huge conspiracy. Totally plausible, less likely it seems. So I would say I'm just going to act as if these are her words, and maybe somebody's like taking bits out or rearranging some things or maybe adding emojis that weren't there. But for the most part, the essential message is coming directly from Britney, which indicates that she is angry, she is upset. And while I love juicy gossip and enjoy the occasional train wreck that is family drama playing out loud when it deals with celebrities, there is a piece of me that's like, okay, so can people just deal with, like, I feel like you guys need to have a family meeting and we all need to get off of Instagram.
They need a family retreat on a private island.
Because you think about your own family. Do you want this playing out before the world?
No, thank you.
But everybody is trying to see why their own specifically Jamie Lynn Spears, right?
Okay, so it's interesting that you bring up Jamie Lynn Spears because she's overdoing her own weird version of damage control, but not really. It's like cryptic damage control on her own Instagram. And I brought two things to the table, but I want to bring an extra one because I did like a rudimentary combing of her Instagram.
Yeah.
And listen, you can tell me I'm reading too much into things. I don't care. First of all,
that's what we're paid for.
That's what we do. Okay, so deal with it. So Jamie Lynn Spears, we assume it was in response to that post that you mentioned of Britney's, where she basically said, the people who never showed up, that whole one. Jamie Lynn Spears posted to her Instagram story. So it's gone now. It's bye-bye. We shan't ever see it again. But a picture of her in a car with sunglasses on. And it says, quote, feeling solid, stable, and still on this beautiful Saturday.
Okay.
So she posted that on Saturday after Britney had posted that cryptic takedown of basically her family.
Oh, so she's kind of like, I'm stable.
So she's like,
looking at Britney
solid and stable.
Whoa.
I don't know that. I mean, that's shady, right? And she's wearing sunglasses.
Like, I'm solid.
Yeah, thank you. Now, but what's really
your move, Britney?
She also posted on her actual Instagram feed. So this one you can go and see. It's a picture of her in a mini skirt and a jacket, and she's I don't know if she's in wardrobe. She's on a show. I didn't even realize this. It's called something Magnolias, Sweet Magnolias or something. I don't even know where you can find it. I don't watch it. Any whoozy whatsy. She's been back at season 2 of that, and I know that because I did that rudimentary combing of her Instagram.
Yep.
She is clearly like in wardrobe in her costume, and the caption basically reads, "Peace."
Okay.
So like less is more.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But one of the other things that I noticed that Jamie Lynn Spears, whether she means to be doing this or not, on her Instagram, she is reminding you of the fact that she's had a relationship with her sister in the past few years. That, we know that they have spent time together. We know that they have gotten their kids together, etc. She posted, let's see, this happened 8 weeks ago. Okay, so this was all before all of this went down. She posted a whole long story about when she first got the job on this show, Sweet Magnolias, and how she had gone to LA and that she was spending time with her sister. And it's this very long story about how Britney and her kids took care of her younger child, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So Jamie Lynn Spears has done a good job in the past of showing like a stable relationship between her and her sister.
I'm doing good by my sister.
Right. Like that it's not just like a financial thing. It's that they have a sister to sister relationship.
Yeah.
However, what we're seeing from Britney is beware of the wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah. And that may or may not be true, right? Like, I'm sure Britney has one perspective, and it's probably, it's very important to listen to her perspective because nobody has for the last 13 years. But it is just her perspective and her perception of what's actually going on. And she may very well think that her sister is out to get her in a way that her sister's like, look, I'm just trying to take care of myself and keep my family together, right?
And also, the family system is so bleeped as it is, right?
Yeah.
And you have to remember that Jamie Lynn Spears comes from that same family system. So both things can be true.
Yeah. And I feel like we've been at pains to say this. And I remember saying this last week. Both things can be true a lot. Like always. Like there can be an incredible amount of dysfunction coming at Britney Spears, and she needs to be removed from that conservatorship. But also she has some serious issues that we hope that she is able to deal with.
Yeah.
And ultimately she may make some really bad, horrible decisions in the way, like I'm afraid that what will happen is she will get out from under her conservatorship. She will make some publicly perceived as negative choices about her life and her career, maybe her relationship with her kids or whatever, a relationship with Sam Asghari, like do something that blows up in the media as like a bad decision.
Right.
And people will be like, see, she should have been in that conservatorship because now she's just ruining her life. The point is we're all invested in the outcome of her life in a way that's probably not healthy. So I am now like pointing the finger at us.
Right.
However, it's a catch-22. It's a paradox. Like it's irony. It's black and white. I don't know. I'm saying like I understand that it's awkward that I'm suggesting perhaps we pay less attention to Britney, but ultimately if we're invested in her outcome, that's not necessarily a good thing.
Right.
Because she needs to do what's good for her and not what's good for us. So even if we don't understand it, don't get it, doesn't make any sense to us.
Well, the fact that
she has no obligation to us.
And the fact that there was a perception that she did have an obligation to us is part of what got her into the place where she is.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. When will we ever learn?
It's probably going to get worse.
Before it gets better. That's how life is. Well, that was fun. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. That's all, folks.